Tonight, 6 true stories from the most unpredictable man in music. A coin that rocketed to the moon, then nosedived. A $57 million concrete cathedral turned war zone. A song title so radioactive the internet yanked it offline. Confessions that stunned even his biggest fans. And a mysterious hack that left everyone asking, was it real or a setup? This is the 6 Mysteries of Ye. If you're new, subscribe. This channel cuts through the noise with receipts, timelines, and zero fluff. And if you've been here, you already know. With Ye, the headline is never the whole story. Out of nowhere, Ye's account declares a new economy, YZY Money. Within minutes, the meme coin ticker YZY goes vertical. Commentators scream numbers, billions in market cap, hundreds of millions traded. Then just as fast, gravity. The chart folds like paper. Here's the part most people skipped. The project's own docs say only 20% of coins were out in the wild at launch, 10% for liquidity, and a heavyweight 70% locked with YZY Investments LLC. To some, that's long-term vision. To others, a red flag the size of a stadium. On-chain watchers pointed at wallets that seemed ready before the announcement, scooping positions and cashing out on the first green candle. Was that foresight or a whisper campaign? You decide. If you bought the top, you felt it. If you traded the swings, you ate. But either way, Ye just proved he can press a button and move billions, and shake a market that swore it didn't care. And if money can be melted that fast, what happens when you try to melt concrete? 2021. Ye buys a Malibu masterpiece by minimalist icon Tadao Ando. Price tag? About $57 million. Then he does the unthinkable, strips it to the bones. No windows, no plumbing, no electricity, just a monolithic shell staring down the Pacific. In 2024, it's off his hands for about $21 million. But the house doesn't go quiet. It goes louder. In 2025, a new buyer signs on for the 30s. Then the deal implodes. Accusations fly. Financing, disclosures, a public feud between developers. The property boomerangs back to market around $34.9 million. Like some cursed artifact no one can quite control. Why does this matter? Because it's the perfect image of Ye's era. Iconic architecture, radical edits, and a question nobody can answer. Is this destruction or design? But sometimes words break more than walls. May 2025. Ye drops a track with a title so incendiary we won't say it here. Within hours, major platforms start pulling it down. It still racks up millions of views elsewhere, but the backlash is nuclear. Brand damage, political fallout, chatter about bans and visas. Later, a clean version appears under a new name. Same beat, different word. The message? He'll push the line. And when the line snaps, he'll rename the song and push again. And then came a confession that didn't need a beat to be shocking. April 2025. Ye releases Cousins. In it, he alleges he and a cousin crossed lines as kids. Graphic details, ages, guilt, fallout. It's the kind of admission that splits an audience in two. Some hear a survivor processing trauma. Others hear a provocation too far. Either way, it's Ye doing something he's always done. Turning the ugliest rooms of his life into tracks and daring you to look away. But while the internet debated lyrics, real life got louder. Late April, Ye posts, "I haven't seen Saint this year." Days later, he's on a masked live stream, raging about custody, comparing visits to jail hours, calling out networks, lawyers, anyone within blast radius. Then the counter-narratives. Photos from earlier in the year, sources saying he can see the kids anytime. Two versions of the same reality, both loud, both certain. In the middle, 4 kids who didn't ask to be content. And then, because 2025 needed one more twist, an account lights up with a warning. Mid-July, Bianca Censori's Instagram flashes a stark message. Not me. She, or someone on her team, says the account's been compromised. Around the same time, Ye posts a striking selfie of Bianca in a striped bodysuit. Fans connect the dots. Was it a hack? A cleanup? A misfire in the constant choreography of persona and platform? No one gives a definitive answer. The only certainty, in the Yeverse, even a selfie can feel like a code to be cracked. Step back and a pattern snaps into focus. Launch, backlash, pivot. Coins, concrete, songs, confessions, custody, hacks. Every move a pressure test, every headline a cliffhanger.